Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, 2019, and I'm Joe Paul, your local president. Well, this week's video has a lot of varying things in it, so let me start out with requesting a steward. It's amazing how many times we come across people getting disciplined, investigative interviews, suspensions, which is discipline, but getting those and they're not even requesting stewards. You must request a steward. That way we can represent you. Even if it's an inspection service, we represent you. You have to request a steward. They do not have to give you one unless you request one. We have 3 removals. In the last 3 weeks, we have 3 removals. And management is sticking with the removals. They denied it to step 1, step 2, and we pursued them to arbitration. So we hope to hear something back. And believe it or not, they're all attendance related. Remember, man, you got to come to work. Don't use this 5-minute leeway all the time. Once in a blue moon, that's what it's for. But you have to come to work and you have to call in. If you don't, you're going to get disciplined and it's going to build up until it's progressive. Then you get removed, and we're trying like heck to keep your job back. So always call in and watch your attendance. Right now we're working on PTF and PSE conversions. As always, we're up to 223 as a local, which is an incredible amount. We're still never giving up. So we're going to stay on top of that. We want to see as many people converted to career and to full-time as possible. As far as your contract, our contract, still no news. We're still waiting for interest arbitration. We have national elections coming up, but we have interest arbitration. We pick a arbitrator, Postal Service picks an arbitrator, and then there's a neutral one. So that's where we're waiting. The rural carriers just got a contract. We heard they have some increases in pay, but there are some different things in there, a lot of variables that really aren't that attractive. So we're hoping to get a much better contract than that, and a contract that we deserve, which is a good one. The Postal Service in Kissimmee, I finally got back with them again today, but they got back with me a couple days ago. They finally got approval to hire an outside source to come in and check that possible mold. And as we speak, they're already investigating it, checking it out. We're going to get some results back on it. If it is mold, we'll go from there. The threat assessment. If you feel threatened, whether an employee or management, whoever it is, if you ever feel threatened at work, you request a threat assessment and one will be provided. You will fill one out. If not, you need to let us know here at the office. That's it. BMEU bids in the Orlando, well, it's actually housed in Seminole, but it's part of the Orlando PNDC. All over the country, management is now doing away with a lot of mailing requirements, level 7 jobs. Similar to bulk mail, but they work in bulk mail. They're level 7s. And now they've done away with some in Minnesota, Tampa, mid-Florida, just for a few, and now Orlando. So 2 of them are going to be excess out of the section within an installation, and there's specific language for that. So I'm in the process of making sure they're going to do it right, and I'll know within a week or 2 what they plan on doing. But it's looking like they're going to access a couple people out of the section on tour 2. So and I've had a couple people call, a couple people came in, I've explained it, but until I get a better grip on what they're actually doing, then I'll brief you on that. Probably come to your section and speak to you about it. Always provide a written statement. Anytime you file a grievance, give the steward a written statement. Whether it was overtime bypass, you see in management or mail handlers or someone like that doing our work, rural carriers doing their work, you have to provide a written statement. That's how we get you paid for that. We want to make sure. The AEDs, another big thing. They're still having the training in Seminole and Orlando. I heard the full training, at least they said, in Seminole is going to ramp up at the end, in the beginning of next week. The same with Orlando. And right now they haven't put them in the buildings. They're going to wait until they have the training. Today, the Orlando PNDC already reached out to me wanting to know where I think would be a good place to put them. So I sent that out to the stewards, and since they work there full time, they might have a better idea of where they go. Because I heard that they had another person taken out of the Orlando PNDC on tour 3. I don't know how accurate that is, but I did hear that today, and they had chest pain. So that's a big deal. Let's talk a little bit about the Function 1 scheduler, which we don't have all the information yet. In Seminole, we haven't heard anything since my last meeting a week or 2 ago. And the Orlando PNDC, we haven't heard anything until this week. They said they wanted to meet with me next week. Actually, they wanted to meet this week, but it probably won't be till next week because we've been extremely busy, as probably management has too. I suppose they do things. I don't know, but that's what we hear. So anyway, they're talking about a lot of jobs. We're told, this is, I'm hearing rumors on the floor, but what I've told is at least 40 jobs are going to be changed around. So as I see what they propose and they show us, we'll have a better grip on exactly what they're doing, if they're doing it correctly. We want the minimal problems or just inconvenience to our members. That's what we're going for. I don't know why they're doing it it's been like a year. The last time it took forever. Getting the bids, the closed section bidding took forever. So we're hoping that this will be a lot easier this time. They're doing it all over the country, as you know, but we're still going to challenge it if it's done wrong at all. So I just want to give you a briefing on that and what's going on. And I want to we have a union meeting, forgot about that, this Thursday, which is tomorrow on the 13th of June at 7 p.m. We'd love to have you here. We'll have pizza and refreshments, and we look forward to being here and seeing you here. So in ending and closing, thank you for being a member of the American Postal Workers and proud member of the Central Florida Area Local. Thank you.